Alright, today's video we're going to be working on the brown pickup. Apparently the brakes have went out, or they're making a racket, so my grandpa wants me to check it out. Don't know yet what it is. You haven't started tearing it down. You're probably wondering, why are you baling hay? You need to get it done. Why are you sowing seed? You need to get that done. We want to see those videos. Well, let me just show y'all what we're dealing with. I mean, there ain't no way. The other day when I did the bush hogging video, it literally quit raining for that one day, and the ground was just saturated wet, and it wouldn't work. It's rained so much, the fill lines in my septic tank are having trouble draining out. If you know anything about septic tank lines, the ground is so wet that none of the water that's in the lines can seep out. So I'm hoping it starts to dry out some pretty quick, because it's got brand new lines. I don't think we'll have any issues or anything, but I wish it would dry out some, so that some of this stuff, it is just rain continuously. If you like what you're seeing, make sure, if you're on the Facebook side, make sure you check out the YouTube channel. If you're on the YouTube side, make sure you check out the Facebook channel, Baler Farm's Facebook page, because I don't know if y'all remember. Well, I'll talk about it in a minute, but we're gonna get started on this truck. I'll talk about that while I'm working on this thing. It's something to talk about. Raining so hard, you can't hardly hear anything in here. But it's supposed to rain like this all day, so there's no point in trying to wait till it slacks so y'all can listen to me. Probably wondering, why do I need to go on Facebook? Because normally you say, well, it's just another way to show what we're doing on YouTube. Well, it is. But the other day, like I said, sometimes I share things, different articles and stuff I see that I feel like's important or something neat. Well, if you remember back a while ago, I had talked about what a baler, if y'all have been watching for a while, you may remember I talked about a large square baler. Hope y'all can see me alright. What I'm doing, I'm compressing the piston in this caliper so that way the new brake pads can fit in here. I was talking about a large square baler that was kind of a cross between a small square baler and a round roller, and I said that if somebody would come up with this that you could pull with a 100-horse tractor or something close to that, it would set the market on fire, because people like me would love to have a machine like that. Well, I saw an article the other day on a machine, or somebody had shared that they had been to a trade show, and a company, I'd never heard of the company, was there with a larger square baler, and you could pull it. Get this light to turn on. You could pull it with a 100-horse tractor, depending on the model. It was 150 horse to a 100-horse tractor. Alright, y'all can't hear anything I say from here on out because it goes to raining really hard. Basically what this baler I'm talking about is it's a compact version of a large square baler about the size of a round baler. You're supposed to be able to pull it with a 100 to 150 horse tractor. It bales about a 600 to 1,000 pound bale. And I think that this baler is the turning point of the future. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more of these pop up. These more compact, easier to pull, larger square balers. For me, I would go a step further. I mean, just the fact that you wouldn't have to stop is enough buying point for me versus a round baler, depending on what the cost is. If they keep the cost in the kind of close to round balers and kind of in that range, I think that it would be a great seller. I could see everybody ditching round balers and going to this, but I would go a step further than that. I would love to see, like I said before, when I originally talked about this, before I ever even knew this existed, and I think that if they took a baler like this and put the multi-pack system like the Krone has on it, where it bales a lot of little bales inside of one big bale, I feel like that would be just the ultimate baler. You could take and eliminate a round baler because you'd have continuous large bales, same size as rolls. You could pull it with a tractor that you're probably already pulling a round roller with. If you're pulling a large round baler, you could eliminate a square baler. You could eliminate accumulator systems or bale bundling systems as a whole completely. All the attachments you would need to handle bale bundles, or well, not really bale bundles, but small square bales and rolls, you could handle it all with one piece of machinery or one attachment. Just forks or a set of spike forks with 4 spears on it. And honestly, it would save you so much in fuel and time because you could bale so much faster versus a smaller baler. They're kind of limited on speed. You could run as fast as a round baler or as fast as a large square baler, depending on the technology. They would just be endless. And the way that multi-pack system, if you're curious, works, if you've ever, I'm going to try to put it in a link. Krone has the multi-pack large balers out. I think is what they call what the multi-pack is. I know I've seen, they have I can't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure it's the multi-pack. But basically inside of their bales, when they're on their large square baler, kind of like the one Lonely has, it'll tie, say, 4 little bales inside of one big bale. The way it achieves this is the twine fork arm is separated. It has 3 forks that go in on one arm, has 3 forks that goes in, I believe, on another arm. By doing that, they're able to tie a whole bale. For one, it'll turn all 6 in. I think it's 6 it has. It'll shove all 6 in, and it ties all just like it normally would, like any other large square baler would. Then, this is where it gets tricky, or gets interesting. Then it takes half of the arms, and it ties them individually throughout the entire bale at set lengths that you want it at. So, you end up with a bale that has 4 small bales in it, and then when it gets to the end, it ties it all together. Because you still have half the strings holding all of them together. And then you have the other half of the strings tying each individual little bale. So by the time you get to the end, you have it all tied into one big bale. That would eliminate your bundlers. You wouldn't need accumulators anymore, because then you'd have a bundler. Everybody that has an accumulator would love to have a bundler. They just can't afford one. I mean, we would love to have one, but we can't afford one. So you would eliminate all those pieces of machinery in one machine, and then you could take and go out in a field and say you're in one part of the field, you want to bale it for cowhide, or just say you want it in large bales. You can bale half that field in large bales. Then the other half of the field, you can hit a button, turn on your multi-system, bale every how many squares is in that bale, and then into little bales, and then tie it all together, and you have your bale bundling system there. And then you can sell smaller bales to your smaller bale customers. Now the tricky part is getting the small bales to weigh that's inside of that to get the pressures right. I don't see why they couldn't do it. You would have to go in for special settings and do it probably to loosen it up enough. Make enough little bales inside of one of those bigger bales to cut the weight down enough to where you can handle it by hand. That would be the thing. It would be worth it if it was loosened up and they were all just tied together, or even if it didn't put but 6 in, 7, something like that in each bale, just because of the speed you would gain. Even if it's tying more bales and you're having to spit more out because you're having to run it looser so that way they're light enough to where people can tote them. As long as you could gain all that speed, I mean, it would just be, and then you'd have bundles as well. It'd be tricky to figure all that out, to get the pressures right is the biggest thing. Doing that. They have the technology to do the multi-bales in a one bale. It's done there. Somebody's done invented it. Somebody can look at it, probably change it a little bit, make their own patent. The smaller baler that's easier to pull obviously can be done. It's just a matter of them doing it. I think that if with the technology we have nowadays, there's no reason why they couldn't make a baler that you could adjust the pressures on to achieve what I'm talking about. It would probably take some engineering for a little while and whatnot, but it would be the ultimate baler from my standpoint, because you would have a small baler, a large baler, and basically an accumulator system all in one, and then you could just pick them up and haul them up just like round bales or large bales. And it would just save you so much time, not to mention the speed at which you're able to bale, just alone from the continuous baling on the round roller side to the upgrade in speed at which you're able to bale versus a small square baler. So I'm gonna put both links if I can in the description of this video, and y'all can kind of look at the Krone system and then also this baler baling and see what it is. Now they actually come up with a good little design on this. For the back end, it has an accumulator, and it stacks 2 of these on top of one another, and it basically makes it like the size, it looks like about the size of a 3x4 bale when it comes off. And I think that was a great idea, because then you don't have to run around the field as much, half as much as you would have to. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Put it in the comments and description if that's something y'all would be interested in or whatnot, and tell me what y'all think, if it's even possible or feasible. I think it's there if they just put it all together and make one thing. I think that their Heston, Deere, or New Holland would be perfect, because they have small balers and they have large balers, and they could take technology from both, mix it together, and make one heck of a baler to change the baler market forever. I think it's there if they just do it. So let me know what y'all think. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Oh, and if you're watching for Facebook, don't forget to check out our YouTube page. And if you're on YouTube, check out our Facebook page. See y'all next time.